If you haven't identified your seat and where you'd like to sit down, I would encourage you to do so right now. Also, to be respectful of all the graduates and the guests, we would also ask that you silence your cell phones. But we will be starting here shortly. And if you missed our previous announcement because of the weather conditions tonight, the commencement ceremony in Cameron Stadium has been postponed until 10 a.m. and noon tomorrow here in the gymnasium. Please make plans accordingly. If you're here for one of the hooding candidates, that ceremony will be at 10 a.m. So make plans for that. And there is a chance of rain again tomorrow morning. That's why we're doing it inside. And if you have other possible graduates that might be participating in the noon ceremony, you can go to the Cameron University website, go to the commencement page, and there's a tab called Inclement Weather, and it has a listing of which group of students by their department and degree graduates at 10 o'clock and which group would graduate at noon. But I can tell you that all of the hooding candidates are asked to participate in the 10 a.m. ceremony here. Again, we'll be starting here in just a few moments. Thank you for being here, and congratulations on your graduates.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Ms. Grace Norbury will lead us in singing the national anthem. Please stand as you are able and address the flag.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming on the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. Good afternoon. On behalf of the graduate faculty, it gives me great pleasure to welcome each of you to the master's degree hooding ceremony. It is an academic tradition that signifies the passage of our graduates from students to masters in their respective disciplines. As the president of Cameron University, it is my privilege to ask the audience to join me in recognizing our graduates' remarkable accomplishments. This graduating class joins the more than 2,000 alumni who have earned advanced degrees from Cameron since graduate programs began more than 35 years ago. Graduates, from personal experience, I know your lives will be changed by earning an advanced degree. I also know the road to graduation was not an easy one. Many of you balanced work, school, and family. You gave up your free time and sacrificed sleep and social opportunities to pursue a degree which confirms your place among the small percentage of individuals who have the talent, ambition, and persistence to complete a graduate education. Fewer than 15% of Americans have obtained an advanced degree. Today, you enter that select population. But it's important to note that education is a collective endeavor. Each of you will receive graduate hoods today, but you depended on the support of your family and friends. They believed in you, encouraged you, cheered with you when times were good, and supported you when times were not so good. They were the indispensable presence in your life that made today possible. Graduates, if you would, please stand, turn toward the audience, and applaud those who helped you on your road to your degree. Thank you. Your friends and family were not alone in supporting your education. You also benefited from the guidance of dedicated faculty who are experts in their fields. Their unwavering commitment to your education and genuine interest in your growth and development, both professionally and personally, have provided you with the knowledge and skills necessary to earn your degrees. In recognition of the superb work of our faculty, I ask the graduate faculty to please stand. Audience, if you would please join me in thanking our faculty. It's now my pleasure to introduce today's keynote speaker. Professor Mary Dezendelet earned her bachelor's degree in psychology at Skidmore College in Saratoga Springs, New York, followed by a master's in applied statistics at Louisiana State University and her doctorate in experimental psychology at the University of Texas at Arlington. Mary has been an outstanding member of the Cameron University faculty since 1993. In addition to her consistently excellent work in the classroom, she was the principal investigator on a grant with the Army Research Laboratory for 10 years and served as chair of the psychology department for another 10 years. As a scholar, Mary has published almost 50 papers in journals, books, or conference proceedings, and presented another 150 papers or posters at academic conferences, most of which included students as co-authors. Among her many honors, she was named as a distinguished researcher by the Southwest Oklahoma Advanced Technology Association. She was inducted into the Cameron University Faculty Hall of Fame, and she is the recipient of Cameron's highest faculty honor, the Hackler Endowed Lectureship in Teaching Excellence. She plans to retire at the end of this year. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Mary Dezendelet to the podium.
Thank you, President MacArthur, Vice President Kinsley, Dean Dennis, Director Mitchell, colleagues, graduates, friends, and family. I'm very honored to be given the opportunity to speak this afternoon to help celebrate your graduation. In what is most likely to be my last face-to-face talk at Cameron University, I want to give you some great pearls of wisdom, impart some rules to live by. But unfortunately, I don't have anything like that. In my 40 years of studying psychology, the one and only thing I know for sure is that human behavior is unbelievably complex and complicated. What works for one person won't work for another, and often what works for one stage of your life won't work for another in another stage, which makes human behavior endlessly interesting to study, at least to me, and has made my years at Cameron so much fun. So what am I going to talk about? Well, one thing I think we all have in common is that we want to be happy. We want to have lives that are satisfying to us. And when we near the end of our lives, we want to look back and see a life that was well lived. Psychology does have about 15 or 20 years of research that speaks to this. Some of the research confirms what I'm sure you already know. Eating healthy foods, exercising regularly, having good sleep habits, and praying or meditating leads to happiness. And that's all true. But some of the other findings might surprise you. For one, about 50% of our life satisfaction is determined by our genetics. Some of us are just born Eeyores, and others are born happy. We can't control this. But about 10% of our life satisfaction is determined by our life circumstances, whether we're good looking or not, married if we want to be, have a child if we want to, own our own home, have a nice boat, drive a car we like. Many of the things that the advertisers tell us will bring us happiness. These circumstances are hard to change. However, 40% of our life satisfaction or happiness comes from intentional activities and behaviors. 40% we can control fairly easily. First, happy people, people who score high in life satisfaction, work toward goals. You have worked so hard for so long with your eye on the goal of attaining this master's degree, and today marks your achieving this goal or being very close to it. So let's do another thing that happy people do. They savor life's joys. Let's take a moment right now, look around, you did it, let's applaud your achievement. Your graduation today is not only a source of joy for you, but for your friends and your family. There's some very proud mamas and papas and friends here in this room this afternoon. And for the Cameron University faculty and staff, we share your joy with you. As we savor this joy, let's reflect back a bit. Let's look at all of it, the journey you've been on to get here. Think back of when you first thought that you might even consider holding a master's degree. Maybe you thought, I could best serve this world by being a therapist, a principal, a manager. Ooh, I'm gonna need a master's degree to do that. Me, you might have thought. Less than 15% of the people in the United States over 25 have a master's degree. When did you have the audacity to think that you could reach this lofty goal? What powered that spark? The desire to serve, the desire for money, job security, the desire to be promoted, to be the boss, the desire to stop having to figure out what am I going to do after graduation with a BA or a BS? Think back to that moment. You are not the same person now. Each article you read, each chapter in the books you dissected, each paper you wrote, each market assessment or lesson plan or school assessment or treatment plan or experimental design you created, each exam you studied for, each lecture you listened to, each therapy session you led, each class discussion you participated in, the information, the experience, it changed you, your perspective, your understanding about the topic and about you, what you cared about, how you cared. Sometimes it didn't look like you were getting better. Sometimes you had to throw out or tear down old, simpler ways that you realized weren't enough, not accurate enough, not helpful enough, in order to have room for new, more complex paradigms. It wasn't easy. There was at least one time when you doubted yourself, a time when you thought the finish line was out of reach. But happy people manage stress and hardship. You developed ways of coping with the stress, asking for help, maybe from a professor, a classmate who is now your friend. As the saying goes, joy shared is multiplied, and pain shared is divided. You undoubtedly have friends now that you didn't even know when you set out to get your master's degree. People you met in class or on your internship or practicum. People that you connected with. That's another thing happy people do. They nurture social relationships so they have rich social connections. You are a member of the Cameron University community, and your graduating today does not end that. If anything, it grows stronger and larger as you join the group of Cameron alumni. Many of the principals in Lawton and the surrounding areas are graduates of Cameron's Masters of Educational Leadership program. The majority of licensed marital and family therapists and licensed professional counselors are graduates of Cameron's program. Many of the business leaders are also proud to be Cameron alumni. Another thing about happy people, they are other-focused. When you began this journey, you could serve others to an extent, but with each hour you spent investing in this goal you set for yourself, you got even better. You read faster, your vocabulary increased, making your writing become more precise. Your papers became more interesting. You weren't as timid to explain your take on an article in a class discussion. Or maybe you spoke less, listening more to your classmates' perspectives. You honed your skills. Now, with all of the knowledge, skills, and abilities you have mastered during the graduate program, how much better you can serve others. I hope you will always keep an other-focused attitude. My mom was a nurse who then taught in a nursing school and helped to run a healthcare company. She was actually asked to give a speech at her graduation, which makes my speaking here that much more meaningful to me. She was always very busy, very social. Now she is 85 years old and has had to slow down, but she remains other-focused. She begins every day by writing out birthday cards and anniversary cards. She works hard to make sure that no one she knows celebrates a birthday without at least one person acknowledging it. I know you worked incredibly hard to be sitting here today. I challenge you to continue to work hard. Our community, our world needs you. But you did not get here alone, and happy people practice gratitude. Let's acknowledge the people in this room and those joining us through the live stream who have helped you reach this goal. Your family, your friends, the faculty and staff in this room. My mentor, Dr. Paul Paulus, wrote a book after he retired about how when he was a small boy, his parents hid a Jewish couple in their home from the Nazis in the Netherlands during World War II. He reminds us that each day one is given is a day not all are allowed. He writes, quote, "In some ways, I feel as if I'm living in part for the people whose lives were cut short. I feel some obligation to live my life to the fullest and to leave some possible legacy. Sometimes it seems I'm trying to squeeze multiple lifetimes into one." Perhaps that should be the reaction of all those who truly understand how wonderful it is to be alive. For my former students in the room today, the last assignment I would like to give you, of course you don't have to do it, I'll never know, but I'd like to give you is to keep a gratitude journal. You can write it or speak it. About 3 nights a week before you turn out the lights, write or speak 3 things you're grateful for. You can begin with the fact that you're alive. I challenge you to live your life working toward goals that focus on others, savoring life's joys, managing stress and hardships, nurturing social relationships, and practicing gratitude. Not only will these intentional activities make you happy, but it will lead to a life that is indeed well lived. Congratulations.
Dr. DeZendelet, thank you for your remarks. I'm grateful for your service to this institution and to so many students through the years. Thank you. Now it's time to honor you, our graduates, with the class of 2024 and the faculty hooding participants. Please stand and proceed to the platform.
These candidates have completed the requirements for degrees in the School of Graduate and Professional Studies. These candidates have completed the requirements for the Master of Business Administration degree. Ashton L. Davis. Miracle Lanice Carter. Casey L. Finch. Jeremy Gregory Thomas. Shalay Okamura. Vasilisa Polanova. Brandon Augustus Ramirez. These candidates have completed the requirements for the Master of Science degree with a major in organizational leadership. Victoria Elizabeth Palmer. Cassandra Elizabeth May Tice. Tom Lay Tai. These candidates have completed the requirements for the Master of Education degree with a major in education. Deborah Lee Flores. Colton Robert Strickland. These candidates have completed the requirements for the Master of Education degree with a major in reading. Michelle Osborne. Tiffany Nicole Estes. These candidates have completed the requirements for the Master of Science degree with a major in educational leadership. Tierra Martin. Amanda Sue Harrison. Hannah Melton. Carrie Lynn Janik. Misty Dawn Tyler. Blake Charles DeLeo. Jonathan Andrew Hall. Aubrey Quinn Mythlow. These candidates have completed the requirements for the Master of Arts degree with a major in mental health. Heather M. McKinney. Kimberly Garcia. Vanessa M. Skinner. Carissa Alexis Mitchell. Harlequin Diana Ototaivo. These candidates have completed the requirements for the Master of Science degree with a major in Behavioral Sciences. Ashley Harless. Don't do that. Don't pull. Geneva Michelle Ashford. Marshallian Denise Parker. Erica Devasconcelos. Haley Michelle Mahaffey. I think I can do this. Jennifer Lynn Smith. Nia Dow. Glanika Watts. Bonetta K. Tomasa Manassi. Robert Dillinger. Sharina Danielle Owens. Jessica Schott. Colette Brianna Highsmith. Stacy Cameron Larson. Samuel Chase Luckett. Angelique Thomas Williams. Shannon Bates. Kesha Brooke Snyder. Hunter Elijah Kraus. Brandon Wayne Cody Jakowitz. Shannon Kathleen Grocco. Nanya Prinsloo. Maria Wilson. Renteria, right? Okay, just want to make sure I didn't pronounce it wrong. Abraham Renteria. Taylor Francis Drake. Congratulations. Catherine Cody Flood.
Congratulations, graduates. From this point forward, each of you will wear the academic regalia as a sign that you have mastered your respective disciplines. Please wear your hoods tomorrow at the commencement exercises. I hope that each of you is proud of your personal and academic accomplishments and proud to be a Cameron University graduate. Cameron's proud of you. Now, Ms. Grace Norbury will lead us in singing our alma mater, Cameron Pride. You will find the lyrics in your program. Please stand with me as you're able for the singing and remain standing for the recessional.
Give us truth to light the darkness and visions to pursue and knowledge of a world we must renew. Cameron pride, Cameron pride, broader than the plains, with your guidance and your promise, our praise and thanks to you.
Once again, congratulations to our graduates. And please remember that tonight's commencement ceremony has been postponed. So if your master's candidate is planning to participate in graduation, that will be tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. in the gymnasium. Thank you.